So when do you think the tipping point's going to be with this? When people will be, when, you know, say as individuals, we will all be aware, not you because you know all about this, but people who know less will be aware of how blockchain transactions, not just using blockchain transactions through their bank, for example, which they might not know, but to the point where they actually realize what's going on and realize what the technology is. How long do you think it will take before, you know, it actually within the public consciousness, we all kind of know?
Actual effects that we will see in public will, I would guess, 3 to 5 years that we will see the actual effect, because before we can see them, we have to get the infrastructures right, you know. But the signals to do that, to accomplish that, are coming from regulators. The controller of the United States, the OCC, Office of Control of Currency, I think that is the regulator of the US dollar, basically, and all banks for that matter. So the OCC is, the head of the OCC is the ex-head of legal at Coinbase, which is one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world. It's a US exchange. So right now, two things happened in the United States. It's important that it happens in the United States because the United States basically controls the entire financial infrastructure. You know, they can cancel your access to SWIFT. They can put a lot of embargoes to different countries, different people. You can go into OFAC list and won't be able to transact in the financials, etc., etc. So it's important that the United States embraces crypto technology. So there are two signals that happened within the same month, so to speak, that the OCC greenlit banks to hold cryptocurrencies. You know, that is a big thing, you know. So you have a US dollar checking account. Now you will be from the regulation point of view, you will be able to have a Bitcoin account also in your bank account. So you remember I talked about the ledgers. You have one ledger in your name and there are different accounts. Now you have Bitcoin and the checking account and the savings account. Now that opens a lot of doors that people don't realize. That opens a lot of doors. So banks are all of a sudden, US banks are allowed to be custodians of digital assets. Right now, there are not many digital assets that the bank would use. Maybe Bitcoin, but particularly stable coins, I would guess. But in the future, that opens a lot of doors to the future, because you can digitize everything like we talked about, you know. So that was one thing. The second one is that Kraken got a state banking charter. So Kraken in the United States is now a bank. It's a state bank. It's not FDIC insured at this point of time. It doesn't have to be because it's not involved in fractional reserve banking. So it's not taking deposits and giving out a part of the deposits. It's just holding everything in one bank. But it's a bank, and it's a big thing, issuing a banking charter in the United States to a cryptocurrency exchange. Now that changes everything. You know, now a cryptocurrency exchange is a bank. Now they can bank people in that state, in Wyoming, and do the entire crypto exchange operations in the same entity. And that will pave the way to create new financial products that we haven't seen before, that we have thought before, but we haven't created before because it wasn't allowed. You know, now Kraken has the ability to do that. Now I'm hearing other exchanges to go for other states to push for a banking charter to follow the steps of Kraken. Now the signals are coming, and the signals are very good signals, and it will have these two events that we have just talked about will have great implications in the world, because like I said, the United States basically controls the entire financial infrastructure in the world. So
once they embrace it, then it starts to spread.
You know, we are at a whole new level right now.
If you like this video, check out the full interview. This is an excerpt from. You should see a link to that full interview somewhere here on the screen, and I'll also put one in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and sharing it, and do subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all my videos as they go live. Thank you so much for watching, and stay curious.